You now know it's going to get messy, and you know the things to avoid. Now, let's move on to the good stuff, shall we? What is a story? First, let's see what a story is not. When I was a baby, I didn't sleep with a blanket or stuffed animal. I know, strange. I slept holding 3 tortillas in my hand. When I was 5 years old, a church brought a vacation Bible school to our neighborhood field. I sat with the kids in a circle doing a craft while the VBS instructor went around the circle asking a question. My turn to answer the question arrives, and the instructor looks at me and asks me, "When you die, do you want to go to heaven or hell?" Well, we had a problem because not only did I not have any concept or idea of what heaven and hell were, I didn't speak English, even though I understood it. Kind of. So I answered the easiest thing I could say. I said, hell. Wrong answer. I was teaching my daughter to play checkers the other day. When it came time to explain what it meant to be king, I changed the term to queen because she's in her princess stage where it's all about princesses and queens and all that. When she arrived at my side of the board, I told her she would now be queened, to which she responded rather upset, "I don't want to play anymore. I don't want to be a queen. I want to stay a princess." Someone doesn't want to grow up, clearly. What I just told you are anecdotes. We call these stories for simplicity's sake, but these are not stories because they don't have the necessary elements of a story. Things haven't changed at the end. Anecdotes are usually funny occurrences, and they can have a place within a story, but they are not stories in and of themselves. I'm still trying to find a story where I can include the anecdote about the 3 tortillas. I haven't found it yet, but I am not giving up. It will happen one day. One day. So if these aren't stories, then what is a story? A story is about how something that happened affected someone that then changed them internally as a result. The something on its own is not a story. It's just an event or a series of events. Think of the news. It's a reporting of things that happen. If you add how it affected someone, that's getting closer, but not quite a story yet. But add in how that someone changed as a result, and you've got yourself a story. In my story, the event was my daughter's terminal diagnosis. The effect it had on me was that it forced me to let go of my child and the life I dreamed of. It also forced me to confront my beliefs about my heavenly Father. The change was that I finally understood God's love for me, and now I see things differently. If I would have just told you about the diagnosis and even about how it affected me, but I'd left out how I changed because of it, it would be a tragically sad story that will leave both you and me without hope. The change is the story. So remember, stories always involve change, however big or small. It may help you to think of a mountain versus a flat line, with the flat line representing a series of events and nothing else, while the mountain represents the evolution of the character from beginning to end. This evolution or progression is called the story arc. It's who were you at the beginning? What happened? Who were you at the end? How did you change? And how do you now live life differently as a result? So, now you know what a story is, and you may now realize that you have a lot of them. So let's get into the development of your story next.